board by seeing me all the time presenting on ideas. So today we have uh, Dhruv Bajaj, who is one of the youngest member of our research team. He's only 19 years old and he's been preparing for his CA inter exams. And even though I am the face of all the Mission Smile webinars, in fact, my research team doesn't get that much credit. So I thought that maybe from this webinar onwards, we will have a few changes there. So, and Dhruv has worked really, really hard. I can vouch for that because when you will go through the slides, you will understand how much hard work has been put in. So
Honda,
Dhruv, I'll
Royal Enfield, and many more like Ola Electric. All the new EV players are also having good relation with FIEM. And currently, if we see that Yamaha business has scaled up from negligible to more than 90% of their total revenue pile. So what this means is they are able to provide additional values to their customers through their R&D facility. They are very cost competitive due to their 6 to 8 SMT lines and their several facilities. And this gives us confidence that if they get one good OEM, then they can scale this business. So if we will see the last 5 years performance, they have comfortably outperformed the industry growth rate. And there is a reason for that. It is not just because of their good product profile, their good management, but also because of the Yamaha business. Because if you will see that Honda business, which is one of the biggest player in India, that has been very stagnant for the last 5 years. So the majority of the revenue growth has come from this Yamaha business. And so because of that, if we believe that if they can get a substantial pie from Hero, then that can easily increase the revenues for the next 4 or 5 years. So that is one of the key point here. We can see so that breakup that we wanted now. Replacement markets contribute negligible, like close to 3% of the total business. And it is not expected that it will grow very rapidly here on as well, because as I have said, they have certain contracts with their OEMs wherein they can sell the same products in the aftermarket. So that one restrictions hampers their aftermarket growth. So I've already explained all this. So yeah, one sec. Yeah. So second is strong R&D department and backward integration. So also if I have also given a brief overview. So basically because they have 6 to 8 SMT lines and they were one of the first companies to bring these lines in India, and it is a big thing. We will get to know more about this line in Lumux Auto as well. So because of that, it provides them a good backward integrated structure. So wherein they can not only provide goods at cheaper rate, but also provide additional value additions. So what they have done is they have created JVs with companies from Japan and Italy. So that allows them to develop new products and new types of products to their customers. So like, as I talked about Yamaha's segment, they introduced a new lighting that was one of the most smallest as well as most powerful lighting that they claim to have. So they extensively promoted that lighting. So so what I'm just trying to say is because of these new product categories, they are able to penetrate deeper into new customers as well. Although Yamaha might have some other suppliers before, but because of these value additions, they were able to get deeper wallet share of their customers. So the MD said very nicely that basically they are an R&D company as well. So the time from where they stop doing R&D, their business is bust because they need to constantly provide value additions to their customers. So if I can just read it briefly. So basically the development of lamp is very, very important. If you don't have the R&D in-house, then you can't compete in the market. So this is one of the essentials, and I would not say that it is one of the major competitive advantage, but also it is one of the essentials of this business. So all their competitors are also doing the same thing. It's just that they are able to do more effectively than competitors because of which they are able to get better wallet share of the customers. So if we are surviving since so long in a company, basically R&D is playing a big role. This is an extract from the con call. So third point, tailwinds in EV and their focus in LEDs. So as I talked about, so basically last year news came about Ola that they are going to get entry into this electric vehicle space, and they are planning to have a capacity of close to 3 million vehicles per year. So when they said that FIEM is our exclusive supplier for lighting. So that shot up FIEM's price because people were very bullish about this space. And if we have followed this story, then that story have not played out yet because Ola's certain, we don't want to talk about its product quality and all, but basically that business has not grown yet. But what one can expect is that since all it provide very new value additions to its product line and its customers, so it's natural that if any new startup comes in this EV space, so its preferred supplier would be FIEM, right? And one other important thing is that what I've talked about before as well. So LED lighting is having higher revenue realizations and they have less energy requirements and they are also more aesthetically pleasing. So FIEM, Lumens and all other lighting companies are expecting that there would be a value migration from normal halogen based lighting to LED lighting. So now this migration should have happened at least 1 to 2 years back, but due to COVID and the prices of LED lighting being higher, coupled with BS6 norms, wherein the prices of the vehicles increased exponentially. So because of that, they believe that the value migration has been a little slow till now, but they expect this to pace up in the coming years. And because of that, although the margin profile will be similar in both LED as well as halogen based lighting, but since the revenue realization from LED based is much higher, so that will ultimately increase their asset turnovers, which will aid their return ratios. And fourth is supreme track record. So basically for past 10 years, the auto industry has not performed really well. But if one will look its performance, then one will not get any picture of that. If one sees this presentation, although it is 2 years back slide, but it is still relevant even now. One can see that for the past 10 years, it has comfortably outperformed the auto industry. So as I said, there is some level of cyclicality in this business because at the end of the day, it is serving OEM segment, auto segment, but it has been able to comfortably outperform the segment. So that gives us confidence that if in case this cycle revolves around to positive, yeah, even mean, then the business will benefit a lot from that. So yeah, a picture speaks 1,000 words as far as my concern. So the next part is management. Now we would like to cover about the management. So basically, it is a promoter-led structure wherein DK and his son is leading the business, and their wives, sisters, and all are involved in the business. So they have 55% stake in the business. So that ensures. So we at SSS like that if a promoter has anything greater